Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this Animal Bite effect in UE4 Niagara, and this is the reference we followed. I didn't create exactly same effect, but I just tried to make something from this as a reference, and this is what I created. So let's start this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you like this video, please like and share and comment. That will really motivate to create more works, more videos, and let's start this video.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So I have this empty folder Animal Bite, and this is the reference we will follow from ArtStation. This Oliver guy created this cool effect, and I will put this link in my description so you can check his all works if you want. And I have already downloaded this, so we can check here per frame how it's working. So basically there is teeth for both upper and lower part, and these are animating, and then there's a flash and sparks, lightning. Okay, so these elements are very common. I have in my hundreds of tutorial this type of elements, so you can watch this tutorial, and these are very basic. But the main part we will learn today is how to create this type of jaw and animate in Niagara. So like you can make it in any 3D software and animate and use that, but if you have just one mesh, and how you create this whole thing and then animate in Niagara, so that will be our main focus on this tutorial. So like you can see this shape, this is the half sphere. If you stretch it, so we need a half sphere. So I'll just close this ArtStation, and here I will create a FX, and I will check if I have half hemisphere in my project. Let me search in mesh hemi. Yeah, I have two, and I think I will take this one, and okay, this looks fine to me. And now I will delete all these things. So I have this, and let's create one material for this also. So here you can see the tip is very bright, then it's like a red and dark color, and it's fading from the bottom. So I'll create a material here. Oops. M teeth, and I will preview this mesh so I can this is here, and I will preview this mesh here, hemisphere. And to create that, the UVs of this mesh, if you will check, I don't know how it is from the center. So you can use the UVs also. You can take a radial and it will work from the center to here, and you can also use local space if you want, but my UVs are good, so I can use a radial. So if I preview this, it will be like this because radial is from top of this. So we have already to fade this thing, we have this unlit and two-sided, so it is already fading it, but very much. So you can just increase the density of this like 5, 50, 20, 12. I think this is enough. And now for emissive, I'll duplicate this, and if I multiply this with a BlackBody, or you can use particle color also if you want, and connect it here, and if I increase the temperature, this is my temperature before BlackBody. If you have any higher value, that is your temperature, because you are connecting it to temperature, and temperature is 1 now. But if I make it like 4000, you can see how it looking. And transparency has issue in Unreal, so I will just use one side. So I think this is enough, but this is black, it shouldn't be black. So to fix that, I will increase the radius, maybe 0.6. okay, and here I will decrease this temperature, maybe 3000. Yeah, it's enough. So for now we good to go. We will use this material and we will tweak it if we like. So I'll just use this material here in my FX. Okay, so now because these are multiple, that's why multiple particles spawning all together on each other, so that's why it's not fading here. So what I'll do, I'll remove this and I'll use spawn burst, and I'll use maybe 7, I don't know how much there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 particles. Okay, and life maybe I'll use 2 for now, and loop is also 2, so it will be infinite. Then I'll select this and make it like lower jaw, and select this and search here particle position, drag it in your spawn, and if you see this this gizmo, it's showing you XYZ. Okay, so we will work on one axis. So if I break this and let's say we work on y-axis, so I will add some value to offset, then I will multiply this for with execution index, and if I increase this, you can see we have, it's working weird. Let me just make it two-sided for now, and also let me just adjust the size, maybe 0.2. yeah, and let me turn on the grid. So we have these on grid, and why I added this add for offset and how it will work. So like if you have this 240, these are offsetting, but it is starting from 0. It's this whole jaw is not in center, so you have 240, so you will take the half of value and use the negative -120, and it will be in center. So from the center, 4 is right, 4 is left. Okay, and transparency has issue, so okay, let me check once again. Let's just use opaque for now. We will work on that later, so at least our effect will look better. Okay, so now we have this jaw, but the teeth height is not accurate. These are all same. So like this video, our first and the last is bigger, then we have smaller in center. So for that, I'll just stop my simulation. Here we have 0.2 size. I will use non-uniform size and break this, because if you use 0.2 0.2 0.2, this is exact same size, but I want to increase the size on Z, so I will break this and then again use 0.2 0.2 0.2, and now on Z I will add for offset, and then in B I will use curve, and in curve index I will use execution index, and you can see according to the curve. So we can use this, or we can invert this. So these are 0, I will use 1.5, and this add offset will work like this, so we can offset this. So we have our jaw, and we can adjust this thing like this. You can draw as you want. So like you have this, and I'll just increase this much. You got the idea. You can play with your jaw. Okay, so if I just move add a key here, you can see you can do whatever you want. So currently I'm just making it simple. So this jaw is the height wise is good, but here it is curved. It is curved. So how you will do that? Because this is y-axis, we need curve on x-axis. So here in position I will again add for offset, then in B I will use curve, and in curve I will use here execution index, and then use this curve. And if I increase the value of the center, you can see it is curved. And now you can adjust these key like this or like this. So you have proper jaw. This is our left jaw, and initially when this effect starts, this is not straight, this is slightly down, then it's going back and then hitting to the center, hitting to the current position. So currently this should be down. So for that, if you take initial mesh orientation and you rotate it on y-axis, it's rotating from the point of pivot point, but you can offset your pivot point, like if you use 200 here or maybe 500. So now if I rotate it, it should work. Let me check. We need to offset on X, I think. Yeah. So now you can see this whole jaw is rotating like this. So we can use even more offset, like 800 I think, and then we will put it slightly down here, and then it will animate like this, go back and then hit the center. So I will put it here for initial position, and in scale I will make this like this. Okay, so now we have initial position. So here I will take update mesh orientation, and we need to rotate it on Y, and if I just animate, it's keep rotating, but we don't want that. So initially we want it should go back in negative, so it should go positive actually. So it will go positive, then after some time it is go negative. So negative means it's going up. So I will use just a curve here. So initially it is positive, maybe till point 0.2, and at 0.4 it goes negative -2. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, but it is too much and life is too much. So life will be, I think, 0.5, and if we say, and 0.4 I think, and then here this will be like 0.3, slightly go down, and this will be like -1. Yeah, so it's going back slightly and then hitting. I want slightly more go back, 0.6. Yeah, so we have finished our lower jaw, and similarly we can just duplicate it and make it upper jaw. Save, and in this one let me just stop this, and first it should be rotated this way. So for that what you will do, you actually this should be a symmetry. So first I'll turn this off, and then we need to turn this on and make it negative, -0.12, and then in this one, if you rotate, copy and paste before the position and make it 0, and I think you will make it 0.5, and then here yeah, and now the curve. So for the position curve, so this will be inverted. So if I make it -1, not this one, this one, yeah, it fixed, but minus 0.5, minus 0.5, minus 0.2, yeah, and this will become down, and this is initial position actually, and this will go down here. So if I turn this on now, the keys will be inverted. It is 0.6, it is -1, so it will be -1, actually minus 0.6, and this is 1. See, yeah, but these are just slightly intersecting, and actually that this rotation, actually this key is 1, so I will use 0.8, and this key is -1, so I will use -0.8. yeah, now it looks like they are like interacting. So we have finished our jaw. And one more issue in this one, we have actually this is not working like it should. If I just copy this whole thing and paste it on Z, this whole thing, paste it on Z, yeah, exactly, and this will be positive value. This will be like this, and this will be like this, yeah. So we have finished, and this should be very glowy, that we will do in you can do one thing, you can multiply after your BlackBody like 20, and that's it. So now we can add our flashes and all thing, and this is not accurate, these curves and all thing, but I guess you can do that. So I will just make a dynamic parameter here, because I just wanted to show you the way and to make it proper, because I cannot do that in just half an hour video or 1 hour video. I just want to show you the how you do that, but you can adjust these curve and settings and make it exactly what you want, like this or even better. So this is for glow, so I will connect it here, make it glow, so I can animate it when these are colliding. So initially these are like, if I take the dynamic parameter, this is 0, this should be 1, and when they are colliding this should be 20. So I will make a curve, and after 0.5 it will be 1, and then 1 it will be like 30, or maybe after 0.8 it should be like 50, and I'll just copy this thing here, so it will be like this. Something wrong happened. Oh, I just tweaked, what happened here? It was all okay. I think I have, yeah, And why it's bright from starting? Something wrong with this. I'll just save it, and this is our upper, and it is bright from starting. Let me just make it 1. Yeah, so if I make it 50 and at point, it's again, I think something wrong with this, because when I just touch this curve, it just fixed this curve. Okay, you got the idea, but why is weird? Again, let me just make this curve smoother, and this all smoother, and just I'll tweak little bit. To make it smoother, you can just press 1 like I did, and now I'm doing it manually. Yeah, so now you can add your flash and other part, but still this is why it's bright from starting. This is really, you can delete this. We are just using opaque because having some issue in that. Life is 0.4. Now it's working, but if I'm making it, okay, let's use 0.2 here, 0.5. Okay, cool. Although this has some issue, don't know why. And if I just remove the X curve from this, this is weird and funny. I'm just not doing anything. Okay, just press 1 and smooth and let it be how it is. Okay, I'm not doing it manually, but I don't know why. Okay, so rest of elements. So when this jaw is open, initially there are sparks that's going to the center with this flare, this core. So you can just copy this. These are your like streaks, and I'll just use a radial M material, and then I'll delete these things, and let's spawn like 20 particles. I'll take the sphere location and surface only, and this will be velocity aligned, and this will go to the center, and the sphere should be bigger like this, and it will go to the center. So I will take a velocity from point and make it negative, so like -200, and then here I will stretch the size, turn off the mask, and also turn off the mask here, maybe that's making it okay. So here in size I will stretch these 200, 100 and 1, and make the color bright, maybe some hue, and you can even make it random glow 20 and maybe 5. So this will work like this, and it should be very fast, and life will be very slow. Life will be very, so this should life will be very random, very quick actually, random 0.2 and 0.1, and I'll make a sphere little bigger, so it will just, yeah. And there is also, I'm not copying at all the same thing, but yeah, just taking idea. It has a radial flash thing, then when its jaw is finishing, the spark coming out with this flash. So we know that, and we can do that. So I can just duplicate these streaks and just make some delay and outward velocity when this hitting the jaw. So you can see the jaw life is 0.4. That means there will be a delay of 0.4 here, 0.4, so that means it will be 1.6, and the velocity will be outward maybe 2000, and the sphere location will be very small, maybe 0.3, 1.7, and I'll make it like 30 or 40. And also this thing I will random this, and also life I will random this. Yeah, and now let me search if I have some rings or anything. Ring texture, I think. Let me search Shockwave. Yeah, this type of thing. I think this will work. I'll just use this one for here, and I'll just check what material I have. Control B, and let me check the material. Okay, very simple material. So I'll just browse this here and copy this one, copy and paste, and change the material. This is my ring. It is just scaling down, so here I don't need this velocity, and I just need maybe 3 particles, and sphere location with this will be 0, deleted, and this will be like uniform 200, 500, and the color will be very subtle 1 and 1, and this will just scale down and also fade. So I will just take the size of sprite and just scale it down and increase the size, initial size maybe 1000, and I'll just make the random alpha. So this is how it will look. Okay, and okay, and now just when it's just hitting the jaw, there's also a flash like this, so we will add that also. So if I'll search flash texture, if I have, this type of thing. So let me search the material of this, control B, and open this material. Yeah, very simple material. So I'll just select this and duplicate ring, and I'll just make it flash, and there will be delay in this flash, 0.3 delay, 0.3, this will be 1.7, and in this flash I'll just use this material, and let me check it. So first is I don't want random rotation here, and the size will be maybe 5000, and this will be scale. Actually I will use 2 curves, and it will on X it will scale up, on Y it will scale down. So on X it will scale up from 0 to 1, and on Y it will scale from 1 to sorry, at 0 it will be 1, at 1 it will be 3, 0, so it will be like this. And 1 2 3. So we have this flash also, and this should be 120 burning. That's it. I'm not adding much elements, but you got the idea. And one more thing, these all elements just on 0, not where it should be. So you can just make a offset. So now, like, if I preview this sphere, this is sphere, and just to visualize, this is 565. Let's make it 1 or 10. So it is small, but we can see the where it should be, so we can make the offset. So on x-axis I will make it 20, it will be like 180 on x-axis, and I will make it 165, 160 again. Turn this off. So on x-axis 180, so here on x-axis 180. In this one we don't have a sphere location, so we can offset here 180, and in this one 180. So now if you see from the side, a issue. And why? Because when you are offsetting your sphere, the point velocity also offset 180, 180, and this we don't have velocity. So now it's working where it should be. And one more thing, our elements are bigger than our jaw, so I'll fix that. So first we have these streaks, so let's just turn these off. One by one we will do. So these are our jaw and these are our streaks, so I'll make some randomness here, maybe 150 and 50, and then I'll turn this off, turn this on. Yeah, maybe I'll make it 0.1 and 100 maybe. Then I'll turn this off, turn this ring on. It is very big, so I'll make it 600, and then I'll turn this off, turn this on flash, and this is too much big, so 5000 is too much. Let's make it 2000. Okay, so now it's looks fine. Still we have some issue here, I don't know why, because it's just fixing when I touching this, it's just fixing. Some issue is there, but you can just, maybe you will not face that issue. If you face that issue, just let me know through comments, so I will check it out deeply how we can fix that. Okay, so this is it for now, and I will put this effect on Viewport, press G, and visualize, hide fog, gray, and then after this I'll take post, infinite, image effect, and I think one more thing I would like to do here. Let's save in rotation of the jaw, it should go back more, so it is like 6. I will make it like 0.9, and not 0.9, this value is 0.6.9, and then this value will be -1, I think. So actually jaw is not visible properly, that's why I wanted to do. So let me adjust these things quickly. So the life is 0.4, let's make it 0.8. Yeah, now it is visible. So what I'll do, because I made it 0.8, so this rotation key, this will go back, and then this is going, and we can make this key like this. Let me check if it is visible. Oh, I'm just doing some undos, Control Z many times. Let it be for now. You can adjust that thing. So 0.4 live, and I'm just making it 0.6, and this is -0.5, and just hit 1. Or what I can do is in dynamic parameter of glow, just make it constant 100, so teeth will be very glowy all the time, and so it will be visible like this. 100 is too much, maybe 60 and 60. And these initial streaks, I will decrease the spawn rate maybe 12, and also this glow is point down. So and one more thing, 0.3, no, 0.2. I think that's it. So that's it. I'll finish this tutorial now, and I hope you liked it, and if you have any queries, just comment below, and thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye bye.